Hello and good morning, everybody. Happy last day of March. Hard to believe, but here we are, the end of March. Before I share just a couple brief thoughts of what I have been thinking or reflected on here this morning amidst video call after video call and screaming children and all of that, I wanted to just share briefly that my coworker, Emily Brabham, in University Ministry has decided to kind of collaborate / do her own little video reflection that I will continue to upload onto this same channel on the days that she does it. She has coined her videos Tea Time with Emily. Similar in ways, but also Emily's own take as to what she wanted to share from her own perspective during these challenging times, and for her being in similar situation of being in distance socializing situations, but also a little bit different for her than for me, in a number of different ways, but she doesn't live with a family of 3 children and a wife, and so there's a different perspective. And so perhaps some of her videos, as will kind of alternate, she'll be kind of showing up whenever she does a Tea Time with Emily. I probably won't do one of these that day, or if I do, it might happen to show up a day later. But again, ways for us to just share our thoughts. So know that that's coming, or that's up on the YouTube page already. What I wanted to share today was something that just struck me, and perhaps it strikes you too, as we continue on. And I guess the ending point of this distance socializing is uncertain still. And we may even perhaps be heading into some of the toughest weeks ahead here across the country. So I woke up this morning at 5:45 a.m. I set my alarm. Our children have been waking us up with kind of screaming at us for the last several months, well, particularly our 2.5-year-old. And so instead of waking up to screaming and being angry, I have decided this week that I really want to try and get up a little bit early. So that means 5:45. So I started the day by creeping downstairs, getting the coffee ready. I think already negative thoughts were starting to creep in about, oh, it's cloudy. Oh, not sunny like it was yesterday. Oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Oh, there's dishes in the sink. Oh, then the kids are going to come down. And I felt myself complaining without thinking about it. Well, then I opened up the daily reflection booklet for Lent that we shared with anybody at Lewis. They were in the back of our chapel since the beginning of Lent, since Ash Wednesday, and perhaps some of you have this. But the reflection in this today, literally at the top, it says, "Complainers, enough is enough." And then I read it, and really it reflects on the first reading for Mass today, which is the Israelites in the desert after being delivered by Moses, by God. They then are on their journey and are not getting a lot of food, and resources are scarce, and they're wandering through the desert going, what's going on? In ways I think we might be exactly like them, and rightfully so. Perhaps some complaining comes through. But what the reflection challenged me to do was to start a journal of Thanksgiving, add 1 item daily, and to be grateful, which seems counterintuitive in this time when I think I immediately have been going to complaining or kind of being worried or things like that. And it was just all of these things coincided with then looking over and seeing the stack of thank you cards that we have, or not thank you, the stack of cards that we have received since the passing of our son Patrick on January 20th. And particularly the stack of cards received from folks at Lewis University and the Lewis community at large. I've been meaning to write thank you cards, but it just hasn't happened. And my wife has been encouraging me and to kind of organize them, and I've been encouraging myself, but giving ourselves time. So I was like, well, I guess it's time to organize these. And so going through those this morning was particularly both difficult and challenging, yet also and sad. I was extremely grateful. I was grateful to know that people are praying for me. People are thinking of us. are with us in spirit. And hopefully you know that that is true for you as well, whoever, because it is true. We are on this together. God bless Google. I don't know if you've seen that video they've put together at, I think it's on Netflix even, or no, maybe not Netflix, but YouTube as well, of just this, we're all in this together. So thank you, being grateful, even amidst the complaining. If anybody has rights to complain, it's people who are sick and uncertain. It's us. It's students who have lost the end of their year. It's seniors. It's faculty and staff who now have to do online classes. It's parents who now have to work at home and also do their job. But we can still be grateful in the midst of it, or we can try. And so I'll close with then the reading from Ecclesiastes that was in morning prayer that I then stumbled across later on this morning when I needed a break from video calls. And I'll end with this. From Ecclesiastes chapter 7, 8 to 10, 13 to 14. Better is the end of a thing than its beginning. Better is a patient spirit than a lofty one. Do not let anger upset your spirit, for anger lodges in the bosom of a fool. Do not say, how is it that former times were better than these? For it is not out of wisdom that you ask about this. Consider the work of God. Who can make straight what God has made crooked? On a good day, enjoy good things, and on a bad day, consider both the one and the other God has made, so that no one may find the least fault with him. Who can make straight what God has made crooked? God's with us. We're with each other somehow, some way. And I hope you have a good day and get through the complaining and the fear, which will come, as it does for me. But then find times to be grateful. Thanks, and have a good day.